again, and thank you for choosing to watch another instalment from our YouTube channel Benidorm and Beyond. If you enjoy this vlog, please consider becoming a subscriber so you'll never miss any new content as I upload it in the future. Today I am taking you to Alicante to see some of the gorgeous Christmas lights and decorations, by day and by night. This beautiful city is well worth a visit if you've never been, and at only 40 kilometres or so along the coast, it is an easy day trip from Benidorm by bus or by tram. We start at the Plaza Puerta del Mar, where we can see this giant gold and silver bauble. Looking out onto the roundabout with its lovely water feature centrepiece, it sits just across from the city's yachting marina. At night, when it is illuminated, the whole bauble sparkles appealingly and attracts a whole host of sightseers and selfie takers. With views down the stunning Esplanada de España walkway, it's a perfect place to start our Christmas tour. Moving all the way down the boulevard and to the end of Parque de las Canalejas, we see this giant modern Christmas tree soaring into the blue skies of the city. The surrounding park areas are particularly charming and full of palm trees, landscape gardens and pavement cafes. In Plaza de las Canalejas itself, we can see the stately monument dedicated to a local politician from the area who rose to high office in Spain in the 1920s and was much respected. At night, the tree really comes alive with its beautiful gold and silver details and flashing red and white star topper. And as usual, passers-by just can't resist a photo. At the very end of Rambla Méndez Núñez, you cannot help but stop in awe at the giant nativity scene of Mary and Joseph and the newborn baby Jesus in his crib. With the figure's debut in the Town Hall Square last year, they have this year moved to the main boulevard overlooking the port and are simply stunning and so serene and detailed. Mary is an amazing 32 feet high, while Jesus towers over her at a staggering 59 foot tall. The scene was entered into the Guinness Book of Records in 2020 for being the world's tallest nativity scene ever recorded, as well as the largest by area. Every night the whole site lights up and the moody lighting changes from blues to warm yellows and oranges as Christmas music plays softly in the background. It was one of my favourite sights in the whole of Alicante, especially with the moon just peeking over the palm trees in the indigo night sky. Just breathtaking. The statues are situated on the Esplanada de España, which is lined by dozens of palm trees and is paved with an astonishing 6.5 million marble floor tiles. They create an intriguing wavy pattern, almost causing an optical illusion, which many people say you wouldn't want to walk along while slightly tipsy. It certainly is one of the loveliest promenades anywhere in Spain. Here we see the magnificent pieces of artwork displayed outside the Basilica de Santa Maria in Plaza Santa Maria. It is the oldest church in the city, with parts dating back to the 14th century, although sadly much of the structure had to be rebuilt after a 15th century fire. The scenes showcase local detail, such as the blue and white church domes that are typical of the Valencian region, along with religious imagery as you would expect, not only in this location, but also in the Yuletide season. As in one of my recent previous vlogs, I do apologise for the quality of some of the nighttime filming, but my not very fancy camera just doesn't cope very well with poor lighting. Now we move on to Plaza del Ayuntamiento, otherwise known as the Town Hall Square. With its large stage dominating the area, adorned with Christmas trees and angels, it has hosted a Christmas carols concert already this year, with many other events planned. Opposite the stage we see the lovely town hall itself, which dates back to the 18th century and is decorated with a myriad of bauble-like lights, garlands and decorations. The barley sugar style columns that flank its doorways and arches looked especially pretty, embellished with boughs of dried flowers and natural greenery. Lit up at night, the square was transformed into a winter wonderland, with its mural of reindeer and snowflake lights bordering 3 sides of the plaza, and a sign stating Felices Fiestas, or Happy Holidays, shining out from above the official town hall flags. It was just beautiful. The council really have done a great job in making sure Alicante is illuminated at every turn. In fact, 870 arches of Christmas lights adorn over 100 streets and squares in the city, which really is some statistic. Here in Plaza de los Luceros, the many palm trees look absolutely fabulous, wrapped in twinkling gold lights snaking up their trunks, as well as along some of the lower fronds as well. Across the road there is also a giant present which you can walk through, adding more radiance and colour to the whole area. In the shopping district, we can see that the large Spanish department store, El Corte Inglés, is wearing a whole waterfall of wonderful white lights. Furthermore, each street in this area has numerous arches of shimmering lights overhead trailing off into the distance, and each display has had a different design and colour scheme carefully selected. With shops usually open until about 9 o'clock in the evening in Spain, there were plenty of people about to enjoy them. And with many bars and restaurants open until midnight or beyond, the onlookers definitely had plenty to see and enjoy. Here we see one of Alicante's main thoroughfares, which I've previously mentioned, Rambla Méndez Núñez, or just the Rambla for short. Did you see one of the city's 2 castles looking over the street from up on the hill? By night, the canopies of lights look even more spectacular and lead all the way down to the beachfront, as well as off in every direction down the many side streets and alleyways. Here we see another giant gift wrap present, this time outside the principal theatre of Alicante, which was opened in 1847. Sadly, I forgot to walk back this way in the evening, but I'm sure it looks super attractive all lit up at night as well, as it did last year when I visited. Now we move on to the Plaza de Toros, or the city's bullring, which this year is hosting a variety of rides and attractions for everyone, but especially focusing on the children. Here we can see the ice rink, which although not as large or impressive as Benidorm's in my opinion, was still decorated nicely and being used by all ages. Inside the main bullring itself, named the North Pole Village, a variety of children's rides have been set up, including a 20-metre zip line and giant inflatables. Food and drink stalls were also on hand, offering specials of burgers or baguettes with chips for the kiddies, or a hot strong coffee for the parents to keep them warm whilst the little ones played. Although it was not awfully busy on the evening I visited, it was so nice to see that such a large area had been put on for families to enjoy together, and the bullring will also be the setting for the 3 wise men to appear on January the 5th. In Plaza Seneca, further children's rides have been set up, along with a giant snow globe. And also the Casa de St. Nicholas, where children can go and visit Santa Claus to tell them what they want for Christmas before the big day. I hope that you have enjoyed this vlog about the festive season in the wonderful city of Alicante with me. And if you have, I would ask that you please give it a thumbs up and like it, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already done so. I'll see you out and about next time. Cheers and happy Christmas to all.